Morning, I'm Luna, and today I'm just going to go through some of the heroes with you that you can use in your castle, primarily mainly the attack heroes, and then Sky will go through the development heroes with you. So first of all we have Selma. So Selma is an infantry based hero, so her position skills will increase your infantry like defense, crit chance and damage. She also has some active skills you can use, and again these will help increase things like your crit chance and receive damage for a set period of time. She has the free talent tree options, so combat is the best for her. It's quite similar to Lord skills, where you can see you've got your infantry, defense and HP there, but she also has some specific infantry ones for herself as well as the normal talents. I use her generally on defense because of her increase in infantry wearing the Archangel equipment, so that seems to work quite well. The next hero is Christina. She increases cavalry, so cavalry damage, infantry receive damage there as well, and cavalry HP. And her active skills there reduce the damage of the enemy's archer, which obviously helps, and also, if you had it set, increasing the cavalry damage. Again, she's got the free talent tree, so combat is the best option there, and she has things like increasing damage by cavalry, extra in hers, reducing the damage from the enemy archer there as well, which is on there. She has got her own equipment set, so that's the Queen's set, which you can see here, and the bonus on that gives you increased infantry and cavalry attack, and it also accelerates the cooldown time of her active bonuses. The next one is Bernard. Now he can be used as a attack hero, as he does have the talent trees for it, so if you don't have any other heroes, then he's your good option to use. However, his skills are for building, so if you've got some of the other heroes that are unlockable now, he is a good one then to put on for building. Just to show you there, he can be used for attack if needed. The next one is the Wasteland Warrior. So he increases your infantry defense, health and the damage received by infantry, so he's a good infantry hero to use. Now he has just got his own talent trait, which increases things like your infantry HP, defense, attack, reduces the damage by infantry, and increases the damage dealt by archers there, and your damage by infantry. So he is a good infantry hero. The next one is Gerard. Now again, he has got the combat tree, which you can see here, but his skills are mainly actually for support, as he has got increased troop training. So you can see here I am using him to help with my troop training and speed up. And if we just go back here, you can see he increases the trained soldiers amounts and the training speed. So actually I am using him with the prosperity set at the moment to increase my training speed. But again, if you don't have other heroes, he is fine to use until you get someone obviously that's more beneficial. The next one is Wind Ranger. So he increases your archer attack, archer HP and the damage caused by archers with his skills. So he's an archer hero. Again, he has his own talent tree, so that increases your archer HP, defense, attack, generally speaking there. The next hero is Rufus. Again, he does have the attack tree, but he is better on like in a support role, as he increases your resource gathering speed and gives you additional resources gathering. So he's better really as like a gathering hero or support hero. You've got the Arrow of the God of Love. She's an archer hero, so she increases your archer HP, your archer hit, and reduces their received damage with her skills. She again has her own talent tree, which you can see here is quite archer heavy, as well as some infantry information in there as well. Then you've got your Priest, who is actually a hospital hero. He increases your hospital capacity and then he turns a percentage of your dead to wounded. And as you can see here, he's got increases your hospital capacity there within his skills. Then the next hero we're going to look at is Sanada. So his official position skills would increase the damage taken by your siege, and then he does increase siege training, reduces the enemy infantry defense when being used, and then increases the siege engine attack. And as you can see in his talent tree here, he's got some of the normal talents that you see in the other heroes, but some siege specific ones as well, and the reduction of the enemy defense there. Then we've got the Wild Swordsman. So this one is an infantry hero, so he increases the damage that your infantry deal to cavalry, reflects 10% of the damage that they receive, and increases their damage as well in his skills. Talent wise, it's quite infantry based talent, you can see there, so he's good for your infantry. Then you've got Death Knight, so she's got some use skills that increase your cavalry attack, the damage of cavalry charge, and then the increase of the damage dealt by cavalry there in her skills once they're all unlocked. And as you can see, her talent tree here is quite cavalry heavy, along with a few obviously bits for infantry as well. So she is good for your cavalry. Then we've got Soul Eater. So in non-rally attacks, if you're successful, then 8% of the wounded soldiers in your enemy's hospital will die directly, so giving you more kills. And then he's got a couple of other options there you can unlock as well. His talent tree there, his sort of more specific one is increasing enemies wounded to death in non-rally attacks. And then you've got sort of some of the similar talents you've got on the others, and he also has got some increase in offensive damage there as well, so he's quite good for attacks. Then we're going to go down to Warsong Master. So he will increase your siege engines, HP, offensive damage, and your siege engine damage. So he's your siege engine hero. And as you can see here, he's got his own talent tree, which again increases your siege. Then you've got Warhammer. Now again, in non-rally sieges, if your total troop power is lower than the enemy, you'll randomly get an offensive damage increase, which can be anything from between 7 and 17%. And then they've got one if it's higher as well. And then in his skills, again, you've got things like the defense for the infantry, but you've also got offensive damage, your standard sort of troop increases there, and then the offensive damage reduction with him. So he's a good attack hero again. And then Holy Shield, so he's good for defense. So his skills increase your defensive damage and also soldiers' HP when you've unlocked him. And then in his talent, so you can see you've got your infantry, your defense increase, your other sort of troop specifics you get with them all anyway, but there's quite a lot of infantry and then increase in defense there, so he's a good hero to have on defense when you've unlocked him as well.
Hello all, and Luna, thank you for that excellent explanation about combat heroes. Now we'll move on to development heroes, which generally have purple, blue, green, and gray backgrounds. These heroes come from a variety of sources, like Luna mentioned, the recruitment card, or civilization, rank, or hero events. We'll start with building heroes. Bartholdi is the main building hero, and this is who you would want to assign typically in your construction officer position. He reduces the resources needed to upgrade your buildings, which become very important the higher your castle gets. Additionally, Kamasutu from the Yamato civilization, she is the city planner, and she does well to reduce the building time. So let's take a look at their skill trees, is what we call them, under talent. And if you notice, they both will max out at level 25, so you don't get to fill in all of them. Fill in the ones you think are most important to you. Bartholdi has the creator set available, and this is excellent to reduce the resource cost, as well as decrease the time you have to wait to activate his skills again, which are right here. And I recently built, so instead of having 3-day wait time to use it again, I'm down to 2 days and 9 hours. You acquire those by filling in his stars, by the way. So Bartholdi and Kamitsu, those are your two building heroes primarily, and place them in the hero position of construction officer. Now we'll move on to training. Training heroes. As Luna already discussed, I have Jared, but that's because of his attributes, as well as how you develop his skill tree. Beyond that, there is Lynn. He's right here, and if you put a prosperity set on him, you'll see with a bonus for all 6 pieces, it increases your training speed time. And here I've enhanced the set with evolution stones to increase the number of soldiers trained at a time. Each of his skills primarily are related to training. There is the increase of max wounded, but that can go towards in his official position as recruitment officer. Now, this is tricky. In order to get 2 slots, you have to make sure you have a civilization where you've unlocked, I believe it's respect +4. I could be wrong, but just double check. If this second slot says it's locked, it means you have far more popularity points to accumulate. Notice down here at the bottom, it'll increase hospital capacity as well, which is an additional bonus. So there are 2 other heroes that are recent that can improve your training speed as well. Zhao, she has skills for training, and Date. Wrong one. He has skills for training. Which moves us over to the hospital for doctor, the official position. So your training recruitment officers can sometimes boost your hospital capacity, as well as your doctors, which, as Luna discussed, the priest. And on this hero, or on your doctor's heroes, you would want to use the life set if you have that option. And then once you acquire the life set, reforge them under the reform for the birth set. And I'm in the process of that now. But that will provide you additional resources, additional hospital, speed, and capacity. So as you see, these are the active skills you can select once you've maxed out his stars. The next doctor, if you haven't been able to get the preset yet, that's okay. The Viking civilization hero, even though she only goes to level 25 and she only has one skill, Valkar, her specialty is hospital capacity. And her tree is very similar, but this is how you unlock the skills, by putting the points where the circles are highlighted. And another good hero for doctor is Sitao, and she has 5 stars, so she has more skills available. Temporarily increase your hospital capacity. Her talent, though, her skill points are very specific. And the new hero, one more, Takanika, he has the the life set. Again, that greatly expands your hospital capacity, as you'll see here. And they can reduce the amount of fine iron, which is important as you get higher up in your troop level for Supreme. And then the new hero, Dai. And he looks really good too. Almost like Seitao, but because he's purple, he probably has higher percentages. And again, with a very specific skill point tree. So if we move on, we'll go to the resource heroes, and there are plenty of those for you to choose from. Some of these are specific to events. For example, Goddess of Harvest. And she is really good for gathering. Her skills you can immediately return. So if you send your troops to a level 8 plot, as soon as they arrive and you hit that button, all of the ones that were gathering food and wood would return immediately. This is great for gathering event. I have omnipotent set on her. Christmas Elf was another one that was during specific event, and with her you can do 2 pieces of prosperity in various colors to acquire her 2-set bonus, which increases the income inside your castle of your farms. Additionally, we have Demogorgon. Although his skills are primarily for scouting, he does improve your resource, both in income and in gathering speed. There are several others, and I won't go over all of them, but as you begin your journey in the game, you can select any of these guys. Sinnoh, and he does have 5 stars, which is good because it increases more depot capacity, gathering speed, and plunder load. There is also Hippocrates, who is new, god of abundance. Again, he can increase your gathering speed for a period of time. Lu Su and Su Wu are also for resources. And that's where we'll go to the resource officers. So it's very important that once in a while you check your position. For example, go to hero. So if I wanted to replace her with Demogorgon, you would notice I would take a hit with the red, but I'd increase gathering speed for iron and for wood. So it's important to check on that once in a while, and as you update your equipment pieces and sets as well. Next up, we have one who is pretty unique in her own right, the Eagle Witch. She is used oftentimes for the monster event in Kingdom versus Kingdom. Some people will set her as the governor because she increases the march speed like exponentially to hit monsters, as well as the reducing the amount of stamina required, which brings me to the governor. So there are 3 other options for governor as you're starting out, and actually there is a 4th. Joseph is one of our basic that we get when we first start the game. So he can be your governor until you acquire more heroes. Seitao can be another governor. He increases your march size and your troop load. And the new hero, Vitruvius. And on your governor, if you can, acquire the governor set. Let me find it. This set helps you with increasing your march size, your troop march, and increases your embassy even if you don't have orange or gold. And finally, we will move on to research scholar. You have several options here. One interesting one is Sage Occult. Sonia, she is good at increasing your Sage Tower efficiency by either reducing the resources required or the research stones needed. Yulia is another good one. And she, when she came out, she had the Bachelor set with her. But you can use the Royal or the Prosperity set as well to improve your science research speed. Her skills reduce the amount of resources needed to research. Caroline is the civilization hero for Dragonborn, and she will reduce the time the research stone or consumption, but she can also reduce the time with depending on the amount on which equipment you put on her. And finally, there is one from the Hoxia civilization. She is unique in that you can reduce your forging speed, and in your workshop, the material production speed. But again, she has the typical skill tree. And that is our final hero to discuss. I hope you found that helpful. Thank you.